Alrighty guys, surviving 100 days in hardcore Minecraft. I have one goal in this video. That is to defeat all Minecraft bosses. This includes the Wither, the Ender Dragon, and the other Guardians. Also guys, remember to like and subscribe to a guy like me. Hitting that subscribe button means a lot to me because I'm trying to reach 1K. Without further ado, this is how I survived 100 days in hardcore Minecraft. Day one, started off by punching a tree because trees, you know, everyone does this, alright? So after I got done punching the so-called tree, I wanted to get stone tools as fast as possible because I wanted to find a cave as fast as possible. I wanted to get armor as fast as possible. I pretty much wanted to advance as fast as possible in this game before I died because I did not want to die one bit. And so I found this underwater cave and I thought, hey, it looks pretty good. And I've never really explored these before, but I know you need like have a door or something like that. And I was running out of breath, so I had to craft a door pretty quick, alright? And so luckily I was able to do that and I saved my life with like one little bubble right there. It's not good. And eventually when I got out of the water cave, I found a regular cave, which was pretty good actually. I quite liked it. And while I was down there in that underwater cave and the regular cave, I eventually got to the point where I got full armor already on like day one. That was good and I was feeling safe, man. All right, and so I went to this cave a bit more and explored for more resources. I found some like lapis and stuff like that, maybe some more iron and all. And eventually after I got done getting all those resources, I decided to head out. You know, and you see right here, I needed more food because I was only on like 2 pork chops and I was living in like an ice biome. Ice biome was not good because there's like no food and I needed food badly. But luckily for me, I am a very resourceful guy in Minecraft, so I eventually thought to myself, these lakes and underwater must have salmon, right? And oh, look right here, I was right, they do have salmon. And I grinded the salmon. Not grinded salmon. I got a lot of salmon, alright, and I almost died here at the door, but it'll be fine. And eventually I got a ton. I mean, I got a ton of salmon. Like, I was rich on salmon. Food was not a problem anymore. I was done getting salmon. I decided to make a boat because I was an ice biome, so I was figured, hey, you know, you can just use the boat to go really fast across ocean. You ever done this before? I don't know what it is about it, but it is so fun just to go on with the boat and just go. I don't know. But then I found this other underwater cave and look right there. I know you guys seen it. It was diamonds. I thought I only found one at first, but it was 3 of these things. 3. It was enough to make a diamond pickaxe and then maybe go to the nether sooner or later. I felt lucky. It was very lucky, and I felt like it was also too good to be true though. And then I just continued going through the cave, mining resources, you know, gold, iron, etc. You know, resource for later. And it was good, honestly. It was going quite well. There was no mobs. That was a really great part of it. And then I found even more diamonds. I know you're probably thinking, oh, that's pretty lucky, but I don't know if it was exactly lucky. It was only 1 diamond, but then again, I guess it was kind of lucky. I don't know. I felt happy and I felt kind of lucky in the caves and all. It was pretty cool under there since the ores are glowing and all. And it was underwater, like kind of like my first time ever really doing this stuff. And then I eventually found another cave that was open up, and these caves, they were getting big. Like, I was genuinely amazed by how big these caves were getting. But the only problem with these caves was whenever they were getting bigger, they had more resources, but the amount of mobs were spawning, so my shield went down. I had to use more food. That wasn't a good trade, I guess, or maybe it was. So I eventually had to cook some more food, which I kind of wish I did earlier. It would have helped out a ton, maybe save me some time, but I didn't. But then a little more less than that. All right, we cooked some food and I went back into the cave looking for more resources when I was done. And yeah, I killed some spiders, I guess, right here. You know, look at these spiders. They were being weird, you know, just to climb up these walls like Spider-Man or something. I don't even know. Spider-Man. Alrighty, so as I went further in the cave, I found more diamonds. These diamonds were great. I was getting a very, very lucky person, alright? But I didn't think it was too lucky. I only had like really 10. If lucky would be like a little ton more. I didn't mean like a ton more. But other than that, these guys, like I said before, they are getting massive. The amount of resources, but creepers, don't even get me started on the creepers. I had to run past them. There was like 5 or 6 of them. I don't even know anymore. I just don't even get me started on them. Alright, and then as I was exploring, I think I found some more diamonds, but I think there was like some lava near them or whatnot. Oh no, over here I found 1 diamond actually. Oh, I forgot about that diamond. Oh, it must have not been very important. What was that one diamond? Oh yeah, here are the diamonds are. Here are these diamonds right here. These are the diamonds I found in the lava. I didn't want them burning. Yeah, right here, exactly. I'm like, oh yeah, get that quickly, you know. Had to block the lava up as quick as possible. I came back to those diamonds like later or something like that. I don't even know. And then oh yeah, the creepers. That was just we love the creepers, don't we, guys? Oh, it was great. All right, and eventually I had so many diamonds, I decided to make a diamond and pickaxe. And I think it was like the rest of them diamond tools too, like a diamond axe and like a diamond sword. Like the diamond sword was good, but I don't even think the diamond axe was worth it. But then again, I felt like I was a rich guy, so you know, like, why not make the diamond sword and diamond axe? And then I was having a problem in my inventory right here, as you can see. I was trying to figure out what the heck to take out. I had so many resources, and eventually I got to the point where I was able to mine those diamonds that were getting corrupted or blocked by the lava. It was annoying, but look at the amount of diamonds here. There was like 13 or like 14 diamonds here. I was the richest man on the planet. I felt like I was a Richie Rich, you know. I did not feel like dude, if I see a single comment saying Richie Rich, or I felt like calling me Richie Rich, you're getting banned, man. You're gonna get banned. And then eventually I made a diamond chest plate right here because I need to be safer in the caves. You know, the longer we live, the better. You know, it's a hardcore Minecraft. And so I went exploring more into the cave, and eventually I found this extremely, and I mean massive, absolutely massive cave. You thought the other caves are big? No, this one's a massive. And the amount of diamonds I found in this cave was amazing. They were so many. I'm gonna have to cut it down and like just kind of show you the amount of diamonds I found here. Just look at this right here. Underwater, already found some diamonds right here. There's like 4 of them or something like that. I found so many diamonds. I'm just gonna put a little counter up here, you know, how many diamonds I found or whatnot, and kind of split through the cave, you know, because I don't want to show you every instant of me finding diamonds, because then it'd get kind of boring, because I found a ton, and I mean a ton of diamonds. But eventually I found so many diamonds, I actually got full diamond armor. I felt like I was invincible, but I still kind of kept to my brain and said, you know what, we're not invincible, so we got to stay safe as possible. But I eventually found even more diamonds. At this point, I already found well over 26 diamonds, and I was a rich person. Already got out of the cave, and I went ahead and got more salmon because I ran out of food. I was not staying down there for any food, you know. And then I went around back exploring the cave, and I found this man right here. Look at him. Just doing 360s. This guy was 360 no scoping or something. This guy wanted to be a star, and you know what? He got his stream because he's the thing in the video. All right, and then I left that guy. You know, I went to explore the cave more. Found like more diamonds, and eventually I got done with the cave and got out of there. I was just done. It was no more resources, and I got like I think 64 and 1 diamonds, counting all my armor and my diamond right now. I got like 64 a stack of diamonds and 1 diamond. I was a rich man, let me tell you right now. Very rich, all right? And when I got out, I thought, thinking to myself, you know, raid farm wouldn't be actually half bad, because I needed totems. They would save my life countless times. And if I could find a village at the same time while finding a villager raid farm, what do they call it, outpost or whatnot, it'd be great. And surprisingly, I actually did find land not long after exploring, and I found an outpost. Lucky me, really lucky me, I will not lie. Even luckier me though, guess what I found whenever I was traveling and left the outpost? I found a village. It was nighttime, obviously, I could die to crib or something like that, but I found a village and I was happy. I went to that village and I went looking for a bed, and it took me a bit to actually find a bed, but the moment I did, I went straight to sleep. And I mean, I was a snoozing man, all right? And I woke up on day 7 telling myself, you know, we need to find a place to kind of settle down, and I did that exact thing. I put my chest down, put my furnace down, and I started filling the chest with a ton of loot I found in the caves. You know, I'm not gonna be a man outside in the water, you know, soaking wet and all. And as I put my stuff in the thing, I thought to myself, you know, maybe I should take my sugarcane I got and kind of start planning, you know? Maybe we can get some like enchantment table, some fire rockets. I just knew I was gonna need paper later on. Gunpowder wasn't gonna be very big, because I knew if I made a raid farm, I could just get a ton of gunpowder from there. And as I got done with the paper or sugarcane, like bamboo, I don't even know what to call it, I went back inside and I smelted my items, like my iron, my gold, every last bit of it. I just started smelting it. And then I went and found this ruined portal and good stuff in there. I found a golden apple and stuff like that. I also made a diamond shovel earlier because I wanted to start getting sand very fast. And because it was needed for the raid farm. And also, this is where I started kind of dropping frames, so I kind of restart my PC. It was pretty bad. Alright, after restarting my PC, I decided to start getting resource for the raid farm because I was gonna need a ton, and I mean a ton of sand for the raid farm. It was probably like the most important resource or the most I needed. So after I got done getting all that sand, it was about nighttime, so I decided to go to sleep and just rest up and rest easy. So on day 8, I decided to go get the rest of the resources for the farm. Started smelting the sand, you know, I was putting my big boy bridges on, you know, and gonna start working on this farm as much as I can. I made some, like, I think some redstone torches or whatnot, and those for needed for the farm or whatnot. Put them like on the big giant chest to kind of like separate it out. Then I needed to go to the nether, right? I needed 1 soul soil. Just 1 singular soul soil, and so I need to go get 10 obsidian to go to the nether. Honestly, this wasn't a bad idea. It still worked out in the end, so honestly, I'm not mad. Then I decided to get some extra soul sand because I was obviously here already, and I thought, hey, maybe spawn the wither? I only got 4 apparently. I need 5 because I'm probably gonna need to go back and get another one. Me, dumb. Alright, I'm just very dumb. So I wanted to get bone blocks too while I was there because it was right there, and also because I was gonna need more food sooner or later. Because salmon was not gonna last very long, and so I needed more food sources. So alright, and then after that I started looking around, you know, for a little ocean. You know, I needed one for the farm, because in the farm it needs to be 6 chunks away from land. So the best way to do that is by going into a deep ocean, they said. And so eventually I found a deep ocean, not right here obviously, and it was raining by the time I found it. It was nighttime. It was a bad time to find a deep ocean because, you know why? I didn't want like a trident guy spawn or something bad happen. It seemed like I could lose my hardcore world right here, right then and there. Bye bye, done for, adventure gone. I didn't want that. And so I swam out for a bit, trying not to be in the 6 chunks. And by the time I got all the 6 chunks, I started placing up. I needed to build up as much as I could because I guess he said that it was something about like spawning platform or whatnot. I can't exactly remember. All I know is you need to build up really high, and that's where they were going to spawn or something like that. I can't remember. But after I got done doing that, I built like the rest of the farm and all, and I saved y'all time so y'all can see all that, and I built a little villager contraption right here. This is where the guy's gonna spend the rest of his life at, alright? This man is gonna love his new job, alright? Composter right there, can't even touch it probably, can't even put something in it, but he's gonna love it, alright? And so after I got done doing that, I decided to look out for a village because I needed a villager farm. I didn't want to go to my own village because I wanted those villages for enchanting and all, so I decided to go ahead and find a brand new one. Even then, the other village is it's really far out. After I got done finding one, I decided, you know what, I need to be going to sleep, so I went to sleep right then and there. Stole this man's bed. This man kind of mad at me, but who asked? Alrighty, and so I took some potatoes from the chest. I looted the village, you know, and who wouldn't loot the village? And then I found this man wandering around, you know, outside and all, because I needed one for the farm. And so I eventually kidnapped him and brought him to his new little job. He's gonna love it there, ain't he, guys? Comment down below if you think he's gonna love it. Alright, and then I eventually transported him there at night because it took him a while to get him out of that village. You don't even understand the amount of time it took. Mobs kept on trying to kill us and everything. Oh, it was hectic. But I eventually got him there, and this man looked like he was happy, I guess. He was working at the new Raid Farm 2.0, I guess, whatnot. The man's gonna be partying there, I guess. And then, yeah. After getting the villager inside there and all, I decided, hey, this guy isn't taking his job. It was the composter. So I already tried fixing that. That did not work. It wasn't a composter. So I figured, hey, what if it's just a job back at the village that he's still technically connected to, because I technically never broke his job site. And I thought he would just disconnect from it, you know? So that's what was my thought. That was my thinking. So I went back to the village, broke all jobs, wasn't taking the chance of him having some different job or whatnot, or someone, well, not taking a chance, alright? It did not work. I went back, and this guy was still having his job. I even tried placing down something. It did not work. I don't know why. I tried everything. I tried pre-college job sites. I did everything to get this guy off of his job. Only thing that I come to the conclusion of why this happened, okay, I never broke his job site, and so he went too far, and just the game never computed what happened, and a glitch happened. So then it turned into a glitch, and he can't take the composter. I don't know exactly what happened though. So if you guys know what happened here, please tell me in the comments. I really want to know. But after that, I thought, hey, maybe the farm could still work. So I went and built the platform. So what this platform is going to do is, this is called the collection system. So whenever the villagers fall, or the pillagers, I'm sorry, they're going to get caught in boats. And so you want to catch ones with a flag. So whenever you do leave the farm, they're gonna just get caught in the boat, and you can kill them so you can start a raid up. So you don't have to go all the way back to the pillager outpost that you had to get the first time of getting the effect. You could just go up there and be like, oh, there's a flag guy, kill him, bye-bye. And then boom, you don't have to do all that traveling. It saves so much time, which I really like the idea of this because I really want to save time. I love saving time. And so after doing that, I got lots of sand because it needs to be made out of glass. Because I think the reason why it needs to be made out of glass is because you do not want them spawning on cobblestone or anything like that. They cannot spawn on glass. So I think that's the reasoning behind it. I don't exactly know. If you guys know the reasoning behind it, then please tell me in the comment section below. I really want to know. I don't really know much about this farm stuff and mechanics and all, so I really want to know more. Because I only followed the tutorial and did what this guy said. Alright, and so after doing that, I decided to go build it, you know, replace my cobblestone I put down, because I thought that was the right way. And I replaced it with glass, and it was good. And so I had to get more glass because I was like, just a smidgen off on glass of needing it, you know. And I hate this. And then look at this man right here. Just, I was getting attacked. It was an ambush, alright? I have not slept for like so many days, so I'm not surprised they're attacking me. There was like 6 of these, man. But honestly, I like that I got it because I got like some phantom membrane from it. So honestly, I wasn't too mad actually. And so after that incident, I decided the farm could still maybe work. You know, maybe it's just a little tiny glitch that doesn't matter. So I went to go find a pillager outpost easily, and I remembered, oh yeah, there's one by my village. You know, it's not too close, so I don't have to start a raid. You know, or whatnot. So I went to pillager outpost, and I went to go find a little guy with a flag. All right. So whenever I got there, there was like 1,000 of these. It was like a family reunion. It was like a mob or whatnot. Oh, the dead, my daughter's wet, or something like that. I don't even know. All right, and then there's these people that were trapped, like the Iron Golem and the ladies and all. I set those people free. There's the Iron Golem right here, big buffy man. I like that guy. Ooh, very cool dude. All right, I'm gonna name him Gerald or something like that. And these little ladies, I don't care about them much. I went around killing more people. Look at this guy, saved my life. So I went around killing more because I needed to get the flag. It took forever for him to spawn. Eventually, I found him, and it was a miracle to find this guy because this guy would never, and I mean never spawn. I don't know why. It was just like impossible. For like an hour trying to get him to spawn or whatnot. Okay, I'm exaggerating about an hour, but still. All right, so after I got done with that place, I tried out the farm. Farm did not work. Woohoo! Lucky me. Farm doesn't work. Me happy. So, honestly, the only thing possible, because I know I built the farm correctly, for a fact, I know I built the farm correctly, is the villager. The villager, the glitch and all, that's what's affecting it. I was mad because I spent so much time getting this villager here, and now it's all gone. It's all gone. Out of here, son. So we have to go get a new villager now, guys. So I did the only logical thing that any human being would do. I killed him. He was not working, you know. I fired him. He was not doing his job correctly. So sorry, guys, we had to fire him. Say bye-bye to Jerry, the villager, the hard-working man. You know, he was starting up too many parts. I'm like, what am I talking about? He was not starting party. I'm an idiot. I'm officially an idiot. All right. So after I killed Jerry, I set off to go get another villager. All right, but there's a problem. I had the pillager outpost effect or whatnot, the bad omen. All right. I did not want to start a raid. I wanted to keep this effect, so I didn't want to have to go back out to get the effect again. It took me so long to get it. So I had this genius idea, right? Instead of going inside the village, all right, I was just gonna lure a villager out with a composter. All right, easy, right? Very simple. You lure the villager out. He's not in the village. You don't have to go inside of it. He gets the job, and then boom, no raid. We're all good. We're all set. We're all happy. We're all handy dandy. Let me tell you right now, I don't know what was going through my brain, but it was not braining. That is not what was gonna happen. You're gonna about to see it, right? So what's basically gonna happen is, so right here, we were trying, you know, try to see if it can happen. That did not work. So this is the official test right here. So villager comes, raid. So you're probably wondering, oh, why did this happen? So this is the reason why it happened. I was confused at the moment why it happened. But here's why it happened, all right? So instead of a villager or you not having to be in the village to start a raid, apparently all I need is a job. You could be like 50 blocks from the village and you give them a job, that raid is gonna somehow start. It was not making sense to me at that moment, but then it's all kind of go together because the farm, the raid farm, it definitely took a job because you know why? You didn't have a job, that's why I wasn't starting. I don't know why I didn't think of that when doing this. I don't know, I feel like a smart man at that moment too, but when recording and seeing this video, I was a very dumb person. But other than that, all right, how dumb I am with this, I had to get that villager out there as quick as possible before anyone came after him and tried killing little Jimmy 2.0, second Jimmy, all right? So eventually I did get him out of there, and it was smooth sailing from there. All right, he was safe, I was safe, I was happy. All right. And it honestly wasn't that long to get him back there. It was about the same trip of, it was actually easier than the last villager, so that was kind of made me happy. I didn't have to work as hard. So I eventually got him to the farm, and he took his job. I was happy, he took his job. But now I had to go all the way back to the pillager outpost to get the effect again. Aren't I just a happy man? Wouldn't you guys agree? This is stupid. Alright, so I went back to the pillager outpost. I decided, I don't know what was going through my brain. I said, hey, let's just stand up here with the phantoms trying to kill me, you know, for the pillagers to spawn, you know, very smart. Let's not have them knock me down and me die of fall damage. At this point, I felt like I was a complete idiot. All brain cells left my brain. I just need to stop playing the game. But obviously, me being an idiot, I had not stopped playing the game. And eventually, I found the guy who had the flag and killed him. It was good. And I found the other iron golem right here. I freed that man. All right, that guy would deserve to be freed. Look at this. This over here is Little Johnson. All right, we're gonna call him Little Johnson. He's gonna help me kill all these zombies. All right, very, very chill dude. After freeing Little Johnson, it was the moment of truth to see if the farm worked. All right, guys, it worked. The farm worked, and it was perfect. I was having a little bit of trouble getting up here, you know, blah, blah, blah. But it'll be fine. It's time to test out this bad boy, all right? Closed the trap door. I let him in, and it was working. Sweeping Yeti was doing it. I was killing him. Loot was flowing through. It was great. I loved the farm. But then this happened. Vex just started attacking me. So obviously, as a normal person playing hardcore Minecraft who doesn't want to die, doesn't have a totem, I panicked, and I ran down. Did not want to die. I went back up. I thought, hey, maybe it was a little tiny glitch, you know, I'll be fine. I killed the stuff from the people from the little collect system. It was good. I was happy. But I was hesitant to use the farm again because I didn't want the Vexes coming back. I did not want to die. I only had a certain amount of totems. In fact, I was so scared of dying again. I was not thinking. I was very scared. And this right here happened. I was not thinking there, all right? I was not looking where I was going. I was that scared. I genuinely did not want to die again. And then up here, right here, look what happened right here. There's no way this is supposed to be happening. He's not supposed to be able to see me. Obviously, in the video, the guy shows lava, doing lava. But this guy automatically see me whenever I was even going up. And so, there was no way I was staying there. I was out of food. I only had golden apples and totems. I left. I was not doing that. I don't know why I was doing it. The only thing I could possibly think the reason why I was doing it is because in the video, the guy on his sword has sweeping edge 3, sharpness, and looting 3. So I was like, well, looting 3 is not effective, but still. So I thought, hey, I need to get those enchantments, you know. I only rely on looting 3 because I get loot faster, I get done the farm faster, I can pop totems 24/7. And that's perfectly fine. I was gonna be happy, you know. So I went ahead, I went back and tried to find my village. You know, I had to turn my renders up because it was gonna be hard to find this thing in a little snowing wasteland. After I found the village, I went to sleep straight immediately, and then in the morning, I was head first. I wanted to get mainly sweeping edge because I thought sweeping edge would be the best thing to get, to be honest with you. I have time at the farm, I can do it. All right, sweeping edge was what I wanted. But this guy got right in front of me and decided to run. I knew he wasn't gonna die or anything, but here's the problem with this guy doing this. This is going to go into a frequent thing happening, into a big giant lead of events. And look right here, he raises his price every time. I'm like, okay, no problem. I'm rich. I can just get it right with a really low price, you know, and with the price being high, I can still buy it. But this is gonna be annoying because it's gonna keep on happening 24/7, and I don't like it. It's just gonna continually happen. I hate these idiot villagers. They're so stupid. So I eventually decided, you know what? We're gonna switch to another villager. We're gonna switch to another villager. And boom, perfect, you know, and I finally got it when switching to another villager. And for 24 emeralds, that was actually a very good price. I just had to go get some books, and then everything was gonna be perfectly fine. We were chilling, all right, straight up chilling. I put on my little sword, and I decided that, hey, we got this sword, so you know where I'm gonna go? I'm gonna go break this little lantern over here and go get another enchantment. You know why? I don't know. Okay, and so I wanted to try to get more enchantments, like looting 3, because if I could get looting 3. I could just double it and it'd be better. But this guy happened again. They're getting in my way. Stop getting in my way. It's like at this point they hate me. They want to do it on purpose. And so I kept on continuing trying to get looting 3 from that guy, but it never happened. It just never happened. So I just went around the village looking for job sites to break and see if I could find any more villagers to trade with. That was like the ideal plan. But then I decided to log off for that time and try in the morning later on. After waking up, I woke up and went to sleep in Minecraft, so that's pretty funny. I just went to sleep. Doesn't matter. Alright. So I wanted to get looting 3. Looting 3 was very important to me, alright? Because if I got looting 3, I can get emeralds so much faster. And it would be so much more efficient with getting emeralds. And so then I would not have to stay in that farm longer because I felt like the farm was still very much broken. But I couldn't exactly do that because the villagers at my village, they were pretty much junk and trash. So I had to go find a new village. But by the time I found a new village and I got done exploring the new village and finding out the way the villagers are and all, I had to go to sleep. So I went to sleep and things were perfectly fine. We were doing great, alright? In the morning, I found a villager to start trading with in a little hole and then did it. You've seen it, right? I hit him again. Why does this keep on happening? I don't do anything. They just get in my way and they want me to hit them at this point. I was scared the iron golem was gonna come out at this point because I'm hitting so many villagers. This was stupid. I had to give him another job so I can find another villager to trade with because I didn't want him to take the leg turn again. And I don't know. It was stupid. It was so stupid because why does this keep on happening? Eventually I got tired of that and just went to sleep. I was done. All right, went to sleep. Everything perfectly fine. Alright, I wanted to go find another villager, but then I was like, you know what? We're not gonna do that actually. We're gonna go back to our, our little friend, the raid farm. I'm gonna give my little raid farm another chance, alright? This farm is gonna be, really good, alright? It actually did quite well, though, with the first little try. It was doing really well. Sweeping Edge was doing its job. I was amazed myself on how good the farm was actually doing. No vexes were attacking me, no alligator dudes. Everything was perfectly fine. Alright, I was getting my emeralds, getting the totems. I was loving it. But one little problem. The little killing chamber up here. You see this? Where we catch them, you know? Yeah, that was kind of becoming a real piece of my... Can't say that. Turn off from the content. This was becoming a real big problem because I was popping totems 24/7 when trying to fix this problem. I don't know why this was happening to me, but every time I did a raid, for some odd reason, they were getting captured. These guys was getting captured in my little boats. This doesn't normally happen, but even then, if they were getting captured in my boats, it should not matter. I should be able to go up there and kill them with the lava or my sword, and them not see me. But see, here's the thing. In the video, it shows, quote unquote, them not seeing him when he goes up there, and them being very peaceful and calm, and he killing them. In mine, it's different. They see me immediately the moment I go up there, and they start killing me. This should not be happening. This is broken. So I said, hey, let's do the farm again. You know, maybe a little glitch. You know, it'll be fine. We just fix the problem. It'll be perfectly fine. The farm worked before. We can do it again. We were not having any problems. And honestly, I was happy. We were getting emeralds again. But guys, can you guess what happened again? Tell me down in the comments section below, because I bet you I can. These guys would not stop. They would not give me an inch. They wanted me dead. I mean, it's fair because I was technically killing their entire mob family or whatnot, you know. But dude, this was not supposed to happen. I don't know why it kept happening, but it just did. And then eventually, a freaking Vex got a fire aspect sword. Like, what was my luck at this point in game? What was my luck? My luck was just 0.0000001% chance of luck right there. Because my luck was horrible right now. I had bad luck at this point because this was not supposed to be happening. I don't know if it was honestly luck or the farm was just broken. But then I eventually just ran because I did not want to be popping any more totems. I ran, alright? And I decided to myself, one more time. We will give the farm one more little chance, alright? I did it 2 times already. Third time is the charm, as they say, right? I started the farm up. I started killing. Alright? No. These little Vex people, they were still alive somehow, and they were killing me. Alright, I did not know to this point. I was panicking. I almost died out there too. I'm loving my keybinds at this point. My keybinds are the best, alright? And so to myself, I was like, yeah, third time's the charm. Bull crud. I said, I'm done. I said I'm done because I am done with this farm. I'm gonna get enchantments my way with my way of getting emeralds. I'm gonna do all of it myself. I'm gonna go mine down tons of trees. I'm gonna become like a little lumberjack or whatnot. And trees are gonna be my little best friend, alright? And we're gonna get tons and tons of emeralds and get the enchantments myself. I was done with this farm. I'm not doing a pop my totems 24/7 and having to risk losing my hardcore world. When I got back to the village, my old one, I cooked up some food because food was gonna be really important because all my other food was gone because of the farm. And then I decided to go to sleep because it was nighttime. All right, I apparently spent so much time at the farm. It was nighttime. All right, and when I got up in the morning, I wanted to start getting enchantments like looting 3. I don't know why I wanted to get looting 3. No, I wanted to get efficiency as fast as possible for my axe because it was gonna be very important. But look what I got though. Look what I got from this one guy. Whenever I was like my little link turn, I got this right here. If this guy could have just gave me this a little bit earlier, I would have been a very happy man. And so at this point, I was like, oh, there's no point in keeping looting 3, so I just threw it away. I just said, hey, we're gonna get another enchantment. I don't care anymore. It really grates me to just see that. So I decided to start getting other enchantments from this guy because there was no point in getting looting 3 at this point. There was literally no point. I don't see the point anymore. It's stupid. My luck is horrible. And this guy just kept on wanting to come over here. So at this point, I was like, you know, sorry. Because this guy I already traded with or something like that. And he would not stop by wanting someone new. But it would seem when you trade, you kill someone, yeah, you know, they get really mad at you. And so that was really lucky of me. And I guess if they see the murder scene, you know, they're like, we don't like that guy. So we're just going to boot him out, you know. Real lucky of me, all right? And so this guy, but I don't understand it, but this guy right here seemed perfectly fine, I guess, because he didn't see the murder scene, you know. It was interesting on how these guys work. Because one guy was wanting to stack up prices, but I'd always seen the murder scene. But then the other guy did not. But then I think the other guy actually started doing it too, so never mind. It's for everyone. So I went to the other village knowing for a fact that it's physically impossible for them to raise their prices because I killed a villager. There was another village, which stays another village, stays another village, alright? And so I started deeply trading with this one guy. And it was the same guy. Remember this guy? A little Gerald over here? The guy I hit by accident. Oh yeah, this guy and me, we were having so much fun together, alright? We were getting so many good enchantments. But you want to see them really cool? I got efficiency IV. I wanted this right here enchantment, but then I couldn't decide if I should honestly get it because efficiency V is obviously much better. So it came down to a really big conclusion that we can always just buy 2 of them because I was really desperate for efficiency V. After that, I decided to, hey, you know what? We're gonna get efficiency V. So we're gonna go get our books from our village. Alrighty. When I got to the village, I got my books quite easily and went to sleep immediately. After going to sleep, I decided I want to go back to the village, but then I got a little sidetracked whenever I got there by this little guy right here. Apparently, I didn't want efficiency V that fast because this guy right here I traded for like an hour straight or something like that with this guy, just trading 24/7 with this guy. But if it was actually really worth trading with this guy though, because I'm gonna be honest with you. This guy gave me a god tier trade, and I mean a god tier trade. He decided to give me mending for 12 emeralds. This was one of the best prices I've got so far out of this entire hardcore world. 12 emeralds for one singular mending book. I was loving that price. Honestly, this is better than getting efficiency IV because I'm gonna be honest with you, I really wanted efficiency V. So I started trying to get efficiency V from this guy or whatever enchantment I wanted. And so I just kept on doing it over and over and over. This guy was getting annoying though because he was being an annoying little guy because he was not giving me. I don't know why. He was the most annoying villager in the world. Like I thought all the other ones were annoying. No. This guy was the most annoying. Then he started giving me stupid 3, which I already had. It was stupid. This guy he took longer than all the other villagers though. He was a really annoying one. But I hit him again. I'm done. 15th time I've done this pretty much. I am done. I don't know why it keeps happening. I'm just gonna start expecting this to start happening every time I hit a villager. Because they love doing it. So I gave him a different job and I left that place. I eventually found out that yeah, we're gonna have to go to sleep and that this village is done for. I need a new village because I've already pretty much traded for everyone and made every last one single villager mad. So we're gonna have to find a new village. We're gonna have to. So I started to look around and turn my internet up and start exploring, trying to find another village because I really need one badly. But as I was traveling, I think like 1 day passed or whatnot, and it was taking me a while, and I mean a while, to find a village, because all I was finding was like every structure in the game except for a village. Ruin portals, ancient port, I don't know. I was finding everything other than a village. I even found like a cherry blossom biome, which is pretty cool. I found out that there was like a rare or something like that. But look right here, guys. I eventually did find one. This village you see right before you, this is gonna be like my main base, like my main village. All right. Everything that I love is gonna move here. Like this right here is gonna be like my main base, my main conflict. These villagers, they're like the best villagers in the world. I love these villagers because they give me so many good traits. But then it happened to me again. I hit another one. This is like the 18th time this has happened. It will not stop happening. So I just trapped this guy and said, you know, you can just go stop being mad, you know. And I left that guy for a good bit and just left him. And then I started training this guy, and he gave me a really good enchantment. For 15 emeralds, I could get Unbreaking 3. It was like 3 emeralds up from mending, but this was still a very good enchant. But I wanted to start trading another guy, so I seen this guy right here. You know, you want to trade, little buddy? I started trading with him, but then this happened. And you guess it? Yep, there it is. I'm just at this point, I don't care anymore. It's gonna happen. I can't stop it. It's physically impossible. This was never gonna end. It was like I was during the villager war or something. That's what was going on right here. Villager war. The villagers hated me for some reason. I don't know why. Turned nurses down and started mining down trees. I feel like I was the lumberjack off of Clash Royale. You ever played that game before, Clash Royale? A really fun game. You should really, and I mean really, go play that game. It was such a fun game. But I was as I was mining down trees, I realized I was gonna need more Fletchers. So as I was mining down, I decided that we're gonna need to get flint sooner or later. But I was a pretty lazy guy, so I did not do that. And I went to sleep. So in the morning, I decided to just mine some more trees. It was the daily thing at this point. Mining down trees is gonna become a daily thing, guys, right? A daily thing I'm gonna be doing is just mine down trees 24/7. It's never gonna stop. Alright, so get ready for like little tree montages or something like that. But eventually, as I was mining down trees, felt like a little Tarzan mining down trees and all, jumping tree for tree. I eventually got very bored from mining down trees all day. So I thought to myself, hey, I kind of need an anvil to put these enchantments on. So I said to myself, we're just gonna go back to my old village and get my anvil, because that was gonna be quite important. It was gonna be very important, actually. I eventually also got efficiency V right there at that villager you seen. So right after I found my village, I noticed the ruin portal, so I knew for a fact that that was my village. But I went straight into my village and got my anvil, and I decided to get some other resources that I thought were going to be quite important, like the mending book. One thing I kind of wanted to get mainly was riches, like redstone, iron, gold, things that I found that could be quite important to me for later on, just in case I need to make a new raid farm or anything along those lines. And after I got doing that, I decided to get these torches right here. It was pretty cool. I actually like this. It's the diamond lights, you know. You ever seen the diamond lights? It look pretty cool. I put my totem back on, and then I went straight to sleep. In the morning, I decided to max out my axe very quickly. Efficiency V, mending, and unbreaking. I wanted to put on my axe because then the moment we had this axe, I could chop down everything very fast, mend it up with trading the villagers, and everything would be fine. And then I decided to leave, but then as I was leaving, I thought to myself, we need to mend our diamond armor up. So I did exactly that, and I had no armor on, which was kind of scary, but it honestly was perfectly fine because I did have totems, so I mean I could not die. So I was kind of afraid of a creeper coming up, you know, and saying hello there, man, and me being scared the crap out of, you know. When I got back, I put all my resources in the chest, and it was good. And I wanted to try out this big bad boy of an axe. All right, this axe, let me tell you right now, I barely used a really fast axe like this, but this thing, holy Jesus. This thing is fast. It was going to be great for getting full prot 4 armor and fully maxed out tools. Even though I could have used my raid farm for that, if it actually worked, it'd be fine though. I already got this bad boy axial. It just takes longer, alright? And after chopping down trees for a while, it became near nighttime. So I chopped down just a few more trees and then decided to go to bed. I didn't want a creeper come up and be like, creeper, and done for. Hardcore gone. Alright, and I put up all of my wood, and then the next day I decided to just go to sleep again because I traded that entire day. All right, the entire day just traded with villagers, and so with me trading with villagers that entire day required me to get another Fletcher because I was not waiting for each one to restock. I might as well put my time into something good and useful than just wait around and wait for them to restock. I wanted to get like 2 villagers, but I could not, so I decided just to deal with these people over here, get one more, and then be perfectly fine. But then the next villager I found a guy who restocked. This guy gave me overpriced sticks. All right, so normally it's 32, right, for sticks. This guy gave me 57 sticks for 1 emerald. But I already had a lot of wood, so I decided to take the deal. But that guy right there, Little Johnson over there, scammer. Do not trade with Little Johnson. Little Johnson, bad guy. All right, do not trade with Little Johnson at all costs. And then I went to sleep that day, and then the next day I decided I wanted to go get my mending books back. So I did. I went to my old village where we found that guy who sold the mending books for like 12 emeralds, and then I started trying to do apparently 360s. Why am I doing 360s? Okay, just forget this idiot on the screen right now. Just forget the idiot, alright? I went to get my mending books, and when I got there, I got every last single mending book I was gonna need for my armor and my tools. Every last single one. And it was worth the trade because it was only 12. I was loving it. It was a great trade. This villager was like probably one of the best ideas I ever did. And then I went to sleep. But no. Over the efficiency villager from earlier and then the mending villager, I'm glad I got that mending villager. That mending villager was worth it. And so when I got back, I put up all the mending books and shifted my focus towards getting trees. So the reason why I wanted to get trees much faster was because I wanted to get Prop 4 faster. And I wish I did this before doing unbreaking and mending. I don't know why I didn't, but I just didn't. And so I went back to trying trees, felt like Tarzan, you know, Tarzan's pretty cool. And then this right here just shows you that skeletons do tons of damage. I need Prop 4 as fast as possible. These guys were hitting like rocks, all right? They were strong. It just made me want to get Prop 4 even faster. I really, and I mean really need a Prop 4. And I know I have like 1,000 totems, but they're not going to last forever. The raid farm's broken right now as we speak, so I physically cannot be wasting those totems. I want to use them for good moments, like the dragon or something like that. And so I eventually went to a villager, and I got it, guys. We were able to get Prop 4 from this guy for guess how much? 31 emeralds for Prop 4. This was a yoink. This was a take. I was taking this all the way. There's no shot if you say this right here is overpriced, then I physically will never believe you. That is a great price. So I bought that immediately. I think I bought like 2 books for the amount of emeralds I had. And then I found this little horse right here. I'm gonna name him Little Johnny. Little Johnny the horse. I like that name. Little Johnny and me, we're gonna become great friends. I rode around that guy for a while, and he was a great guy. But I think I lost him sooner or later. I can't honestly remember. But comment down below if you like the name Little Johnny or not. I don't know. Maybe we can find a better name for him in later on other videos. But anything less about Little Johnny. I started trading some more, and then I went to sleep that day because it was raining all the time. I was getting tired of the rain. Don't get me wrong, I love the rain and all. It makes it snow. But I was getting tired of it because I had like 3 to 4 days of that stuff just happening. And so it was getting very, and I mean very annoying. So I just went to sleep, and it's perfectly fine. Alright, so and then I decided to put Prop 4 on my chest plate and my leggings. This was great because these right here are the 2 strongest armor pieces in my entire setup, so I felt even more safe. But I wasn't still very safe though, because obviously we still need for other 2 pieces, because I can still die very easily in my personal opinion. So I just traded even more. I almost traded with the overpriced guy, which I think I eventually did actually. But I went to go find a guy who actually didn't make overpriced trade. It was this guy right here. 31 emeralds. Actually, that's a great trade right there. I took that trade immediately. And then I eventually did come to this guy's, you know, this guy's scam, you know. This guy eventually scammed me so much. This guy scammed me like 4 times already, and he's just, I don't know. I hate this guy. And when you look at that, I put Prop 4 on my boots finally now. We don't have the complete set yet, but we do have the boots though, so I was feeling much safer. We still need to get the helmet before I do anything actually dangerous, like fighting the bosses or going cave mining or whatnot. I do not want to die or lose totems. So then I got the more trees I was going to be needing because I ran out of wood again, because I don't know how I actually ran out of wood, but I apparently did. I had like a ton of that stuff too. But after getting the wood, I eventually got the last book we needed, went to sleep, and then boom, we had the book. So in the morning, I decided to wake up and put it on my helmet as quick as possible, and then we had the entire set. We were done. I felt so much more safe. with this entire set, and I feel like I can take on lots of bosses now. So now I'm gonna be kind of worrying about the bosses and all the wither, dragon, etc. I wanted to beat them with this armor, but I needed resources for that, so I was gonna have to do that later. All right, and so after I got done doing that, I went back to the old base because I wanted to get the nether portal, and I wanted to get the the rest of the resources there, because there were some very important things there, not too important, but they were still kind of important to me, because I kind of wanted to forget about this village, forget it even existed. So I got like the extremely important things to me, like gunpowder, ender pearl, stuff like that. And then as I was going back to home, I found another village and I went to sleep quickly. I wanted to go sleep fast because I wanted to get back as fast as possible. Then when I got back, I turned all my bones I got back from the old base into bone meal so that I can get potatoes for the nether, because I was getting ready to go to the nether, but I didn't want to have to travel back and forth to my old base to go to the nether. So I went down here to go make the nether portal. I didn't want it to be too high either, because I don't want to spawn inside like the highness and then not see any land or whatnot, or places to travel. I did not want to do that because it's happened to me like multiple times, and I hate it so much when it happens. So I decided to build it all the way down here. And after I got done doing that, I got my potatoes cooked up and all, and I went to the nether. This place was dangerous, dude. We might die, all right? Okay, I'm exaggerating a lot here, but we'll be perfectly fine, alright? I'm pretty positive on the potatoes, I have totems, I think we'll be fine, alright? I may have exaggerated there. But I traveled another good bit and just left, alright? I barely did anything there. I looked around for like 5 seconds and went back through. I don't know why I did that. I think I was like out of resource or something like that. I just mined down some more trees for the rest of it. And it was good, actually. I'm glad I mined down these trees because I wanted some more resources. Maybe I wanted like sharpness or something like that, so then I could kill mobs faster in the nether and feel safer. So after I got done mining down resources for a while, I went to sleep, and right here, my favorite villager got shot by a skeleton. Little Jira, I had to beat the skeleton up in the morning. Well, here's the plan, alright? I want to get 2 maxed out items, pickaxe and sword. One of the main enchantments that was on my mind was looting 3, alright? But this guy, like you've seen, traded me looting 2. But I already traded them for like a while, and I was not trading with anymore. I got looting 2, so I was just going to take 2 looting 2 books and put them together. Very simple, very easy. It would cost me more levels, but it's worth it in my opinion. But I would like to hear you guys say what you think in the comments. And so I went to sleep, and I just kept on getting more resources to get more enchantments, because I was still going to need efficiency, mending, unbreaking, and sharpness for my items. So I eventually got efficiency, and so I was going to max out my pickaxe first, which I actually did just do that, and it was actually quite easy because I think I already had a mending and unbreaking book on my chest. I don't remember though, so that kind of made it easier. But other than that, I had to start working toward getting sharpness next. Sharpness was my next big enchantment I really wanted to get. And so eventually, after mining down trees for quite a while and trading with villager, I eventually went to sleep and then got sharpness. I actually got sharpness quite quickly, and it was quite easy. It took me a while because it was a really big repeating process of trading with villagers off and on. But see right here, I got it. It was for 64 emeralds, really high price, but in my personal opinion, it was worth it in my opinion, because I was not trading this guy. I already traded this guy for like 2 days or something like that. I don't even know. At this point, the moment I got done enchanting this stuff, I was ready for the nether, in my personal opinion, because I had sharpness, I had a full maxed out pickaxe, I mended up a good bit. I could just mend it up whenever I was at the nether fortress, and boom, it'd be good. But it was taking me a while to find another fortress because I was getting distracted by my instant mining netherrack, but also my shaders. So what they did, they kind of made like a fog-like thing with the shaders, so I could barely see. So I just had this idea. I was like, hey, why don't we just take away the shaders and see no fog, right? And take away the shaders, turn them off, and then boom. So I did that exact thing, and it actually worked. I found another fortress quite quickly. See as I'm looking around, there's like no fog, I can see quite clearly. Right there, one was hiding right there. I would have never seen that normally, but I eventually found it. But then I realized in my brain that I was gonna do something completely different. This was like the master plan, all right? But before I did the master plan, I would need to go back to my base, cook up more food, and get basically more resources before doing that. But I did not want to go to the nether fortress unprepared and just die with everything. Even though I do have like 1,000 totems, I don't want to take chances, all right? I am a guy who just does not like taking chances. Do not chance it, all right, at any cost. I need lots of food. All right, but initially after getting a lot of food, I was back on the nether, all right? And so here was the plan. I already got all the enchanted books. I got everything I would need to max out my armor I have on me now. The reason why I wanted to do this was because I was going to be in the nether for a while already, trying to get the wither skeleton skulls to spawn the wither, which is going to take me a while actually. But here's the plan, is just to get the levels, enchant my armor, every time I got enough levels and would put mending on and breaking, and then boom, I can mend my armor while I'm there, and then everything would be perfectly fine. But I was going to make a little tiny base because I didn't want to die when taking my armor off by some wither skeleton or by some blaze. This was a good plan. I just had to be there for a while. And let me say right now, I was at the Nether Fortress for almost 3 hours grinding. This should not have taken that long, but it did. I don't know why it took so long. It just did. And the main part it took so long was the wither skeleton part, to be quite honest with you. It took me years, alright? It even took me so long I had to go back and get more food. I had to grind more food and get more because I actually ran out. That's how long it was taking me. I was getting tired of this, alright? And be honest with you. But it'll be all worth it in the end because I actually got all my Witherstone skulls and eventually. But right now, as this big, I'm like 2 hours in, and guess how many Witherstone skulls I have? I have one. Within 2 hours, or even an hour, 30 minutes, I have one Witherstone skull. I am unlucky. I have a friend who gets them in seconds. Within an hour, they had looting 3. They got like 20 Witherstone skulls. I don't know how they did it, but they are just luckiest person in the world with Witherstone skulls. I don't know how they do it though. They're just geniuses, I guess. But eventually, after grinding the Nether Fortress for quite a while, I got done getting Witherstone skulls, and I went back and I was ready to spawn the Wither. The Wither was gonna be this boss that was impossible to beat. It's gonna be hard. It's gonna be atrocious. This boss is gonna be probably the hardest boss I have ever fought. So if I die here, I died a man. I died fighting for my country, my world. That battle was not as hard as I made it to be. That battle was actually quite easy. I don't know how or why it was, but that battle was easy. I didn't even have to eat a gapple, I'm gonna be honest with you. I could have done that without it. But here we are, I dug up, sorry for saying like that. I dug up and I got some diamonds while on the way out. And look at this right here. This is why I love shit right here. Look at this beautiful night sky. This just looks amazing. This is where what makes shaders in Minecraft is so much better every time I see this. It just makes me want to play it even more. It's so great. Tell me your comments and what you think about that. So I went to sleep when getting back up because, as you just seen, it was nighttime. And so here was the initial plan next. I wanted to battle the Ender Dragon next, but I had to get resources, fire rockets. I had to get all this stuff to battle him. I already had all the Ender Pearls because while I was in the Nether Fortress, I was actually getting the Ender Pearls I needed too because there was a warped forest near there, which is actually quite helpful. I just went to sleep right then and there, and then I realized I was gonna need a bow for this, and so I got that bow, and I think I was about ready for the end, so I went out to go find the little stronghold, and so I eventually found it. But look right here, I found this little nighttime thing. I don't know, was it like a warren or something like that? I found it down here, and I thought it was kind of cool to have here, but I thought maybe the war was going to spawn, so I kind of got scared, and I kind of trying to avoid that. But eventually, after searching for like an hour or two, trying to find a little portal room, I eventually found it, which was good for me, alright? I had one little eye in it, so I was able to save some eyes, and I had like 4 left, or something like that. But before I started this portal up, I wanted to look around the rest of the stronghold before going in the end, because it was going to be quite important to me. And so after doing that, I was ready. I was ready to go and face the Ender Dragon. The Ender Dragon was going to be hard, but to be honest with you, I'm going to be completely honest with you guys. I don't know how I did it. Whenever I went into the end, I was hitting like every last single shot on the little towers. Like, I was an absolute god. Look at this right here. Look at me. I was maining this dragon, and this dragon stood no chance against my bow power. I don't know how I was doing it. I was hitting like every last shot. I was just hitting every last single one. I have never done this in like the history of hardcore. I don't know how I did it, but I just did. I felt like I was the best Minecraft player to ever live, but obviously I wasn't. But I did great. So after I got done taking down all the towers, my god tier bow aim, you know, I started killing the dragon right away with my sword. So I made a little meme up, you know, of killing the dragon with my fist, you know, the fist and the dragon. Pretty funny in my opinion. It was pretty cool. I liked it other than the bow. I wanted to do bow originally, but I decided not to, so I just did the fist. And so I got the egg as a trophy. I wanted to use this egg initially as a trophy for one of my future builds. But I was not done at the end yet. I still wanted to find an end city, but the only problem I was having was that this was taking longer than usual. Normally, whenever I'm playing Minecraft, I find end cities quite fast. They are quite easy for me to find, and they're just easy, you know? So I just turn renders up, turn my shaders off, and so find them faster, and I found one eventually. This one right here had okay loot, but did not have the thing I wanted, as any other Minecraft player would want. The end city ship. Alright, it did not have the ship, and I was kind of angry. I wanted the ship really badly, but I was not getting it. And so I just kept on traveling, and I found another one. Did not have it either. I was getting fed up and tired of this. That's like the second and the third one I found, and it was not there. I don't know why it was taking me so long to find a ship, but this took me around 2 to 3 hours to find the ship. This right here, little city, eventually had a ship, and I was happy. I explored the entire city. I put like my loot up or whatnot in this little shulker box or whatnot, so I can max out my storage. Found a ton of shulker shells. I was good on shulker shells for like the rest of my life, and I got the elytra. The elytra is right there. I wanted to use the elytra to fly down from the ship. It could be kind of cool, but I didn't want to die, so I did not do that. So when I got to Overworld, I went back to my old village, that's where I spawned, and I decided to go to one of my other old villages, like the second one I found, and I used the elytra to get there, which I felt cool. I don't know why. It felt cool getting this mending book, right? So the mending book was here, and I wanted to get it for 11 emeralds because I want to put mending and unbreaking on my elytra so it wouldn't break as fast. I think I already had the unbreaking book at my base, so I was perfectly fine. So I got the mending book and the unbreaking book, and I started to combine it on my elytra, so my elytra would last longer, and I could just use enchanting bottles, and then boom, I'm on armor up. You know, it was good. All right, and so I started grind for pufferfish. Pufferfish were very important because I wanted to battle the Elder Guardian next, because I wanted to defeat all the bosses in the entire day. I already did End Dragon, I already did the Wither, and so it was easy. But I was having problems with these phantoms, but it was perfectly fine because I killed them all. It was good because I also could use that for my elytra if I ever needed to mend them up. So I got my pufferfish, and I think I made around 6 underwater breathing potions and 6 strength. I think it was actually 3 strength and 3 underwater breathing potions, which was good. I can't exactly remember though, but I think it was 6 of each actually, because I wanted to go prepared and not unprepared. And so after going to sleep that day, I went out looking, but I had to go eventually, so I went to sleep for that day and then just logged off for that day and just continued looking later on. So as I was exploring the next day, I found a jungle which had a little cool jungle temple. I hear these things are supposed to be rare, but not too rare, I guess. I don't know, they're supposed to be rare. I felt kind of lucky to find this. But as I was exploring it, the loot was not near as good as a Desert Temple loot. Desert Temple loot, you can get like god apples, everything. Like, they are just great. The only cool thing about this is that you can do these little lever things, you know, it's kind of cool. I liked it. A little crafting or whatnot, doing redstone, but I got bored of that eventually and just broke in and said, hey, give me my loot. Even then, the loot in there was not even that good. It was actually quite bad. So I got bored of that place and went to go find my ocean monument. As I was exploring, it became night, so I thought to myself, hey, why don't we just use the sea lanterns to our advantage, you know? But no, that did not really work, I'm gonna be honest with you. But eventually I found one. It was pretty good. I found a little ocean monument and it was great. So I had a plan. All right, so there's a leg and there's a leg and there's a top part of the leg, or the 2 legs, or whatever you call it. That is how many bosses there are. So there's 1 on each leg and then there's 1 at the top. And so I wanted to beat up the 2 at the bottom of the legs and then deal with the top one last. That was my initial plan going in here, but I was having a problem though. I was having a problem finding them because I haven't explored these places much. I don't really know much about them. That's why I brought lots of water breathing, because I didn't know how long I was going to be down there. Heck, I even found the little gold room, whatever it's called, a little storage or whatever, before finding the Elder Guardian. It's kind of cool actually. I kind of like it. I think it's like supposed to be like 9 gold blocks in there. I don't exactly know. But eventually, after looking for a while, you know, we found them. And so I found these little walls, right? So they basically cannot attack you through walls. So I used that to my advantage. I don't know if Mojang wanted this to happen, but I used it to my advantage. I felt like a smart boy, you know, and I used it to my advantage and whatnot. And so they couldn't hurt me, you know. I felt kind of smart, all right? And so I moved on, looking around to the little next Elder Guardian. But that guy was kind of hard to find because he was in a weird spot. When I found him, this weird spot had like no walls to hide behind. So I did not like that very much because I kind of had to like take it and just eat my potatoes because he was kind of getting me low. I didn't want to die. Even though I did have totems it'll be fine. I didn't want to waste my totems. I don't really have a raid farm right now. I kind of want to conserve them. You know, it's kind of dangerous, you know, whatnot. So I started exploring for the next boss, freaking guy at the top. I couldn't find that, even though I went to the top multiple times, could not find this man. But I eventually found him. Okay, he was just hiding in this wall or whatnot. And so the same thing as this guy. I could use the walls to my advantage, but I did not use the walls to my advantage this time. I just took like a man or whatnot and got him. And so boom, there we go. We defeated all Minecraft bosses. I felt like a very, very strong person, alright? I felt like I could take on the world, you know, because a guy who takes down all Minecraft bosses is just an absolute god. Love that guy, right? And so after I got done doing that, we begin the effect go away. These guys are kind of getting annoying, but I eventually got to the point where I was able to block myself up into the little gold thing and then just get the gold. It was like, I think it was like 9 blocks or whatnot inside there. I think it's always gonna be 9 blocks no matter what you do. And that was a lot of gold actually. I kind of like a lot of that gold. I made like tons of golden apples from it or whatnot. So as I got done doing that, I just went back to my base. So it's kind of hard to find my base because I did not know where I was. But eventually, after exploring and looking at landmarks and whatnot, I found my base. So after I got back at the base, I went straight to bed because it was nighttime. But here's the funny thing, I kind of AFK'd in a box, you know? And so I went straight to bed again when I got back, realizing that happened, and broke the little box, and I was kind of done. I don't know why I did that. Passed an entire day, but it'll be okay, it'll be fine. After doing that, I know exactly what I wanted to do. I wanted to make a raid farm. Raid farm was going to be quite important because I was not going to have totems forever because I know I was going to pop them sooner or later. So raid farm was going to be quite essential to everything that we were doing here. Because raid farm gets you like all the resources in the world. Emeralds, totems, sugar, gunpowder, everything. We can make power rocks with that. And so there's no reason not to build it. So after collecting all my resources, I went to bed. And not long after, I went to bed again because it was a thunderstorm and it was snowing outside, and now it's pretty good. I was able to pass another little day or whatnot. It's kind of cool, alright? And so after doing that, I collected up all my resources in my shulker boxes, and I started to head off to build my farm. I had to find a little nice place to start building without chunks loaded in so they wouldn't spawn there. But I thought to myself, hey, there's a little village where I'm going to build it, you know? So I thought to kidnap a villager while I was there, because I don't want to do it later, just get the dirty work done right now. It was just kind of smart, and I actually really am happy that I did that, because oh my gosh, the villagers were gonna be a pain in the butt later. Alright, but every time I start these farms though, guys, I'm always building at night. I don't know why. Like my last raid farm, I started building at night. So I just continued building the farm throughout the entire night, which honestly was not that bad. It was actually quite peaceful. But as I was building the farm, I was kind of noticing something. So what I was noticing was this farm was like the same exact design as the last farm I built, except they critiqued it a bit, you know? They kind of changed a good bit of parts of it, which I really liked. And so, like, for example, the spawning mechanics on where you get like to start the farm up again, that right there was different, which I really was hoping was going to work. And if that works, I'm going to be like the happiest man in the world, because that right there was like the main problem with my last farm. I could start raids perfectly fine. It's just they knew where I was and they were constantly killing me. So after I got done building the farm, I had some pretty simple steps left. Just pretty much bring the villager to his new little home, you know? And you see right here as it is night, this is what I was talking about earlier. So I brought the villager out during day earlier, which is really good because right here, if I was bringing him out, it would be night, and getting him out of his bed would be a pain in the butt, first of all. Even then, whenever I get him out of his bed inside the boat, mobs are just going to keep on coming and coming and coming, and it's going to be hard to fight him off, and he could possibly die. So I'm just happy I brought him out earlier, alright? That's pretty good. And so the little place where he's going to be living for the rest of his life was looking a bit the same as the last one, for like the last farm, but a bit different. This time they built it out of like leaves or something like that, I can't remember. But right here, I found this little ruined portal out here, so I didn't want no mobs spawning here, you know, near my farm. So I decided to break that. I didn't want to take any chances whatsoever, even though it was like kind of like out of the chunks or whatnot. I still didn't take any chances, man. All right, but the little bubble columns coming on my nerves, but I eventually got rid of that. But it was all good. Got rid of the little ruined portal, and life was great. All right. So when I got back to the base, I started putting up all the resources I used on the farm for the raid farm, and then I also put up the resources I did not use. And so I organized my inventory to go out and find a outpost, but then I realized, oh, I already have an outpost. I know exactly where it is too. It's near like those 2 villages or whatnot. And so when I got there, it didn't take too long to get a pillager captain to spawn. It took maybe like 10 minutes, all right? 10 minutes at most for him to spawn. In my opinion, that's not too long. And so as I was traveling back to my little raid farm or whatnot, I decided in my brain, hey, let's take a little pit stop, you know, at the village or whatnot, you know, let's make a little pit stop, get some resource, you know, before I go there, maybe some more food, you know, some mending, you know, blah, 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 etc. You know, I want to make a little pit stop. You can just already see what's wrong with me making a pit stop. As you can see, when I enter the village, a raid's gonna start. My brain, idiot, done. I'm the dumbest person in the world. I want to see the comments saying what a dumb man this guy is. Okay, but everything should be perfectly fine. I was just gonna leave the chunks, you know, let the raid despawn, you know, blah blah blah, and just go get the villager outpost effect or whatever you want to call bad omen. Again, not that hard, very simple. It didn't take me too long to get the first one. I can get it again within like 10 minutes, and I did actually. I got it within like 5 minutes this time. Actually, they spawned quite easy. I don't know why. At night maybe they spawn faster, who knows. I didn't want to die here either because I decided like to mend my little elytra up here, you know, because it's kind of broken, but I could have died to like some creeper or whatnot. I didn't want that to happen, so that was kind of a risky move I made here, but it was worth it because honestly mending it up helped out a ton. It would have broke easily if I tried flying on it again. So after getting the bad omen effect once more, I decided to go try out my newly made raid farm. And the raid farm worked. I was happy. I got the raid to start up. That was good. The first time I couldn't get the raid to start up, but it'll be fine. So now was the real test, was to see if the Vexes would spawn and kill me, or the Evokers, whatever you want to call them, would be a real pain in the butt. That was the real test here. And I'm gonna be honest with you, they weren't really that big of a pain in the butt. I'm gonna be honest. They actually were easy to kill, and they did not see me. One Vex got close to me like one time, but didn't even hurt me. It just went up and then went to the boat. So I really like this farm. This farm actually worked. So this person, like I was talking about earlier, they actually fixed the farm and made it work. It wasn't just some little tweaks. It was just, they fixed everything pretty much. Good design, just fixed it and made it better for this version or whatnot. Love the farm. I'm telling you right now, one of the best farms I've ever made of raid farms in like history. Just love the farm in general. Once I got done using the farm for a few days, I came back to my village with the raid still happening. I don't know why this raid was still happening. It just was. Thought I was going to spawn all the chunks or whatnot, you know, and just not spawn anymore, but seems it did not do that. So I just decided to try my best to deal with the raid, save the villagers, you know, blah, blah, blah. But I could not find the pillagers or the raiders. So I told myself, Sukasa is Mikasa. Mikasa is Sukasa. You pat my back, I pat your back. I leave them alone, they leave me alone. I was just not going to deal with the raid. I was going to go along with my business for that day. And I was going to start collecting resources for the next farm I wanted to build. So the next farm I initially wanted to build was a sugarcane farm. Sure, there was millions of tutorials out there that were good for this type of farm, but I wanted to do it myself because I had an idea in my head that was going to look really nice and look really cool that I wanted to do. So I needed more smooth stone because I love that block a lot. Smooth stone is a great block. But it was taking me a while to get all these resources, but eventually after grinding a lot of resources, I ran out, so I had to get like more iron from these caves or whatnot. But I started getting kind of scared in the caves because I thought maybe a creeper was going to come up and just blow me up this smithereens, you know. I don't want creepers coming out. I was kind of scared of dying in these caves. I did not want to die one bit, alright? But once I got done getting all the resources, I started work on my farm. I did not know exactly where I wanted to build it though. But if I was going to build it right here, I knew I was going to have to flatten out the area because this farm was going to be big. It was going to be like 64 by 64, I think, of like the observers, pistons, everything for the sugarcane farm. I don't know. It was just going to be a really long farm and a really big one. It was going to be a big project, and I kind of need to get started on it. So as I was building the farm, I kind of got the little design, layout, and everything made. So right there on this smooth stone, facing the little piston or whatnot, I was going to put the redstone dust right there. So whenever the sugarcane grew tall enough, the piston would then activate and break sugarcane, and there we go. Perfectly working farm. The only problem with the farm was I was going to have to stay in the chunk to actually make it work, which I guess I'll have to automate it sooner or later. Maybe there's like an update as refresher or something like that, or a chunk loader or something like that. I don't know. Something to keep the farm working in the background while I'm doing other things, because I don't really want AFK there much, to be honest with you. When I got back to my base, I grabbed an OP shovel because I decided to start working on the collection system. And I'm glad I got this shovel from the in cities because honestly, this helped out so much. I was not going to be using a regular diamond one or iron one doing this because I had to clear out so much. Even then, with the collection system alone, I had to clear out the rest of this other land because I wanted to start building an exact duplicate of the thing we just made for the sugarcane farm so we can have two sides of it. So I was very happy that I got this shovel. This shovel was OP. It instant mined. It was great. And the durability barely went down because it was like a maxed out shovel. I think like mending on or something like that. I can't exactly remember. And then the dirt that I got from here, I decided to start collecting because I may or may not be able to use that in a future project of mine. And then I realized with the farm there was a problem. So whenever the sugarcane breaks, it will fall into the block or the water, most of the time water. But every time it does fall in the block, I was going to put a little storage system here with a little minecart going back and forth to save me time of not losing sugarcane. I wanted as much sugarcane as possible, and don't get me wrong, I didn't need that much sugarcane. That's why I was doing this. I just didn't want to lose any. You know, if I can stop using sugarcane, you know, I would be good, and I would like that a lot actually. And then I started working on the walls to keep the mobs out. I did not want the mobs going in because if I go down to my little collection system, that's where they would be. I would have problems. It would just cause a lot of chaos and did not like it. So I started building walls, and I made sure to make the walls look nice, all right? And so after I got done doing that, I decided, you know what? We're done. We're gonna go build another farm, all right? I didn't want to stay there in AFK. We're gonna go build another farm and it'll be good. The farm I wanted to build next was one about food, all right? So basically I wanted to get an infinite amount of food for my next project, because my next big project will definitely require me a lot of food. And so I just started working on getting tons of resources for that farm and working towards making that. But I started realizing that, hey, we're kind of running out of days, so we better be quick with this, you know? It's not good. We're running out of days. Then I realized that we weren't going to have any days actually. So basically I realized that I was not going to have enough days to get the villagers there and complete the entire farm. So I was just going to have to finish it in my next video. So with that, guys, that concludes me surviving 100 days in hardcore Minecraft. Remember to like and subscribe, hit the notification bell so you don't ever miss an upload, and enjoy y'all's day.